Hey homeschool friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my first unboxing video of the 2025-2026 school year. Every year I feel like that just seems crazy, but it's not, it's just the next year. And so what I have today to share with you is everything that I picked up for my kids. Like I'm done shopping. So everything I picked up for my kids that is not Sonlight. As you know, we love Sonlight. That's coming in my next video. This stack here is everything else. So let's just hop in because I'm really excited to share with you all my exciting curriculum purchases as well as my plans for my kiddos for the 2025-2026 homeschool year. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back, all the things. So like I said, we're doing a big unboxing today. I have looked through a little bit of it, but mostly I haven't, and I'm really excited to dive in and pull it out and share it with you guys. So let's just do it, shall we? Oh, right. This is from the Homeschool Printing Company. Oh, you guys are gonna see a lot of what I picked up because this is all the curriculum I picked up that is not in physical form, right? It's digital form. All right, I sent a bunch of it off to the Homeschool Printing Company, like I said. I'll link them down below. I've had really good luck with them. It's really straightforward and easy to upload and pick kind of what you want. So first things first. Oh, this is fun. I haven't really talked about this yet. I am planning on using the Playful Pioneers next year with my kiddos. And so this is through the Peaceful Press Company. I'm really excited. It is an American history, early elementary type curriculum. I picked it up for one reason. I wanted to read the Little House series to my kids next year. We are currently in the middle of a 2-year go through American history. We're following Sonlight. My big kids are doing HBL D and E program. That's coming in my next video. And my twins are using the HBLA program through Sonlight. Sorry, those are all through Sonlight. They're all American history. And we've been loving the HBLA with my younger kiddos. But I also wanted to kind of just bring in another resource, bring in a few other things. And I was drawn to this program for those few reasons. One, we're gonna read the Little House books, as well as it has a little bit more of those kind of hands-on, what do they call it? Practical skills. So you're gonna do some just fun things that are associated with early American history, whether it be cooking, which let me just grab that. They have like this cooking recipe book that has things like corn cake and bread and cheese and pancakes and pumpkin pie that my kids are just excited to do. And obviously these are not hard recipes to come up with, right? But I feel like I love curriculum in the sense that it'll kind of tell me when to use some of these things as we're reading Farmer Boy or Little House on the Prairie, you know, and that'll be fun. This also is a little bit of science, which I'll explain when I get to my Sonlight unboxing, is my littles, so they're going to be in 2nd grade next year. We're not using a full Sonlight science program because we're using the entirety of Science A this year, but only half of HBLA, so we're kind of short a science program, so I thought this would be fun. It's kind of taking more of that Charlotte Mason approach to science. We're going to learn a little bit about horses. Anyway, sorry, I feel like that was a little bit long of an intro, but I'm really excited about what this could bring in to our already rich literature-based American history time. Okay, to move on. All right, to move on, I also picked up Building Confidence by Brave Writer. So this again is a supplement, I'm pretty sure. What I really like about the Brave Writer program is a lot of it's just way of thinking. I don't totally jive with using it in its entirety. I've learned that. I actually picked up the other Brave Writer programs that I already owned. I just had printed. Like, I didn't purchase this again. I've just always had jot it down. So we're gonna feather in some cute little writing projects with my 2nd graders. With my daughter, we're gonna pick up some partnership writing, and then I picked up the Building Confidence for my son, who will be 11 and a half come fall. So he's entering into middle school. I have a solid plan for writing, which we'll talk about kind of as the spring progresses and I get to my curriculum videos. But I'm going to be incorporating some of this. I'm really excited. We're not going to use it as it's written or anything like that. So I'm not going to be a good person to come to for like all the Brave Writer stuff. So I finally got them all printed. Now, why did I print them? It's because I forget about them if they're digital. That's just the honest truth of my personality. I struggle to use things that are digital, but if I have something that's like coil bound, I can always have it flipped open to whatever project we're working on for whatever child that is. And so that allows me to utilize these programs better. So I just decided I'm making in order. I'm just going to toss on my Brave Writer programs, the writing programs, not their like arrows and darts and things like that. Okay, the other thing I'm really excited to share with you guys that I got printed. All right, so this was intentional for my big kids. Is I talk to them about kind of what do you want to learn? What are some passions and things we can bring in? Because obviously I really do like programs that are kind of laid out for me, instructor guides that are amazing, Q, Sonlight, right? I love that. So I'm not looking to kind of design my own unit studies, but I was interested in their interests. But my son right now is really into comic books. He just loves them. He's gotten into all his dad's old comic books and he really enjoys trying to draw them. And so I found on, I think this is called Thistle and Biscuit. Yep, I will link them down below. I'll try and link as much of this as I can down below, but Thistle and Biscuit. It's all digital products. It's how to draw comics. And I think it helps with like backgrounds and faces and dimension and things like that. So there's a volume 1 and a volume 2. And I just got the bundle because it was just a little more straightforward. I hope he likes it. I mean, I could have just gotten one volume, but then I was like, well, I'm already purchasing it and printing it. So I'm so excited for the Comic Arts Volume 1 and Volume 2 from Thistle and Biscuit. The other thing I got from them, Thistle and Biscuit, is something my daughter's really excited about. So we are moving away from The Good and the Beautiful for my daughter for language arts. Variety of reasons. I've kind of been chatting through that on this channel over the course of the year, but she loves the art involved in that. And so what I thought of doing was getting her this, The Wonders of Watercolor. And it's just a program on watercoloring, and I might do it with her because I really do enjoy watercoloring as well. And so it gives all the instructions on that. And so we might do this together. We'll see, but I think she's really gonna like it. And before I get too much further, let me know what you want flip throughs of. So this is just my like unboxing excitement videos, but I can go way more in depth. Honestly, I probably will for the Novar Science. I'll come back to that. But let me go through some orders I got from Christian books. So I usually put in a big Christian book order every year because there's a few things that we always need. My twins are still using Abeka. I'm a big fan of Abeka, especially for the younger years, for both phonics and math. They've been really doing well in math. Okay, so here's what came in the kit for Arithmetic 2 for Abeka. It's the work text here, which is very colorful, as per all Abeka kind of workbooks. So that's one, and then the tests and speed drills here. And now, I do have twins, and I did not get 2 of these because I had used these as kind of practice math for my big kids, and I actually had a whole set downstairs in my closet that I'm just going to use what I have plus this other one, and we will be all set for the twins for their math, other than actually the parent kit, which I think is pretty minimal this year. Let me get, hold on. All right, so we have the speed drills, the test and speed drills, which it's really annoying. You'd think you wouldn't need these things, but you kind of do for some of the like questions that the teacher asks, although you could obviously come up with your own at this level. It's just kind of math questions. And then there is the answer key, which I rarely use this. No, I don't ever use this. What am I talking about? I never use this. It's 2nd grade. I don't need the teacher key for 2nd grade math, and we always kind of work on it together. It's not like I'm assigning my kids their math sheets. I could, but I don't. We just work on them together and make sure they understand the concepts, and then we have some charts and games, Arithmetic 2. So we already have quite a few resources, especially from last year with the Arithmetic 1 stuff. So it was a lot of the flashcards, concept cards, things that last a couple of years. So I will link a flip through video of Arithmetic 1 because it comes with a lot of stuff that I'm going to continue using. And so here is the curriculum lesson guide. This is very Abeka, nothing new and different. I've found that it seems very wordy, but as long as I can kind of figure out what I want to say and how I want to teach, I I don't do it exactly how it's written, but it's nice to have. So that is my big purchase for math. I feel like my twins have just jived and done really well with Abeka math, and so I'm just sticking with it. I think this is the rest of my Christian book order. Yes, it is. Okay, so these are the kinds of things that are just, you know, the extras, like important, but not like major programs. So we have all of our handwriting. Okay, I have two grade 2 handwritings from Danielian. I love Danielian handwriting. It's not new if you follow my channel. I've tried something else, it didn't totally work. And then I have here grade 5 for my daughter, although she's kind of slowly going through grade 4. So she'll probably finish that out next year. Okay, so this is new. Let me just, oh my gosh, the box situation. Okay, this is new for our family. We are finally trying what I feel like every other homeschool family has tried. Now, it's okay if it doesn't work, because some things don't work, and we did try out IEW last year for the writing component, and it didn't totally work. It's fine. Anyway, so we're trying Fix It Grammar. The reason is because I feel like this is a little more student-led than other grammar programs that I do like. I've talked before about Logic of English. I love Logic of English. I'll link some videos down below because I think it's such a solid program. Maybe this one is too. You know, it's definitely a fan favorite of a lot of homeschool families, and so this might be amazing as well. But it just seemed a little simpler, and after I looked through all of the lessons, it's also covering a lot of the things that's covered in Logic of English, and so we'll see. I got the student book level 2 and the teacher manual level 2. This one's for Town Mouse and Country Mouse. This is for my daughter, and then I got level 3 for my son. Now, I just was looking through what has been taught, and my oldest, my son, did the most grammar work because we were using Logic of English and it worked really well, and so I feel like he has the most knowledge, and so I put him in the Robin Hood level 3. I want to kind of bust into this and take a look at it because it is so new for us, and I feel like I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I really want it to because I feel like it is the amount of work and focus I want to put on grammar. Like, grammar in my head is not top tier. Writing, learning to read, those are top tier things. Grammar supports the writing, and so I don't want it to take up our whole day, and I feel like this will be better for that. So that's my Christian book order. Let's do the last subject that I'm so excited about, and I'm so nervous about this choice. And so in middle school, I wanted my son to start a different path with science because there's been a program that I have, since I started homeschooling, been very interested in because of how it's taught. It's taught, okay, it's science, and it's Novaire science, or Novari, the actual founders of the program say Novari. So Novari science, and this is like their entry program. This is like a 6th grade program, life science. It is a mastery-based program, and so there's definitely quizzes and tests and just the idea of really mastering a concept before moving on. And this program comes with both the textbook, which is like a smaller textbook. The idea is it is all read by the student, and you should be able to get through a lot of it because it's not as gigantic as some of like the textbooks I grew up with going to public school. I'm excited for him to like look into this and be able to mark it up, even though like the intention is that the rest of the kids are going to use this. But we have this as well as what's called the Apprentice's Companion for Life Science. And so this is more of the lab experiment book kind of, but it's also more of like a nature notebook because it's focusing on that. So I think it's a little bit of both. It comes with a digital download that has a lot of extra stuff, like your quizzes and your tests and your study guides, as well as like schedules for experiments and just schedules in general, like how to set up the course, because a lot of times this is used more in a classroom setting, less in a homeschool setting, which is partly what I'm a little bit leery of. Like, this might have been better in a classroom or in a co-op or maybe an online course, which I do know that Novari is supported by, I think it's Classical Academic Press or something like that, has some online courses. But we're just gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go. I might set up some stuff online. Like, I have some things to set up for this course, like that'll make it easier maybe for my son. I'm thinking of toying around with like Google Classroom and setting up a course for him so he has links to different videos and links to all the things. I'm not sure as of yet if I'm going to do that. But the other thing I did pick up for this course is this big Nobari Life Science Lab kit, and this is from Home Science Tools. And I just opened it and then I was like, oh gosh, there's so much in here. I'm gonna hold this up for just a second so you can see. It is mostly stuff like glassware. The scientist in me loves this. It's like, I love like beakers and different things. So I'm just gonna unwrap like one thing here. Oh, and in this case, it's not a beaker, it's an insect killing jar. Lovely. And so the one thing I do love about this program is it doesn't shy away from like chemicals and different things. Like you use them wisely. I mean, I love science. I love science experiments. And so like, it can't all be kitchen science. There's a point, especially for me, where it cannot be kitchen science. That is not good enough for me. And as we're going into kind of these middle school years, that's how I feel. And so a lot of these things, I probably won't get them all out, but there was one thing that was like a little insect guide here. So we're gonna be doing, I think, a lot of like exploration. We'll see. This is my son who might not love this as much as my daughter. I'm just getting down to some stuff that aren't the breakable things and see what else there might be in here. Oh yeah. So it totally comes with like other chemicals like sulfur and carbon and cupric sulfate. I love it. I love it. And like tubing, like legit science stuff. Okay, so let me know if you want more information about Nobari science, because I feel like it is definitely one that is not as common as, say, others, Apologia and such things in the homeschool world, but I'm really interested in it. I have a whole flip through of another program that I borrowed from my sister because she's also interested in it. It is Old Earth leaning. So it is a Christian program, but it is Old Earth in its perspective, which I definitely lean that way when it comes to how I view science. And so that's one of the reasons I've been just itching to get into these programs and try out this company. And so I think I might do a flip through of especially this level because it's fairly new. It's their newest one that came out maybe last year or the year before. I'm not sure. But I feel like maybe you all would like it, and I'll give you more information and I'll go through some of those resources online so you can actually know what is involved in this program. And maybe if I do set up like a Google Classroom, we'll get into that as well. So you guys, this is my unboxing. I love this time of year. I love new curriculum. I know as I speak to other homeschool moms that you all feel the same way. That it's not just me. But this is the majority of what I needed, short of what we're getting through Sonlight, which is a fair amount still. So stay tuned for all of that. And that will round out my curriculum collection time. And then I'll start kind of organizing it and seeing what kind of holes we might need to fill. Like, I'm sure we're gonna have to get a few more supplies for these kinds of programs, but maybe not, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're excited. Hope you're excited for the next school year. I mean, I always get this way around this time of year. So that's what I have. I hope you all are well. If you liked the video, please leave me something sciencey down below, like a science molecule or a beaker or some safety glasses or something fun. If you have nothing you necessarily want to say, but want to let me know you were here. Otherwise, I always appreciate you guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. And I will see you guys in the next homeschool video, which should be my Sonlight unboxing. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.